This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2019 Zinger model 285RL for rear living. Okay, so you've got crank down scissor type stabilizers that take a 3/4 inch socket or crank. This is the service panel for your refrigerator. You got outside speakers, a power awning with LED. This vent right here is the vent for your range hood. So basically there's a baffle inside there with two little latches. If you're going to vent to the outside using the fan in the range hood, make sure you always open the baffle so it flaps freely. Otherwise you keep it shut when you're traveling or storing it, that sort of thing, okay? These are TV hookup here. You got a signal coming out and power. This is the fresh water fill for your plumbing. 9 times out of 10 you're going to use the city water hookup because the campground's going to have regular city water. But if you're going to an older state park, for example, where they don't have plumbing on the campsite, they have a fill station when you first come through the gate. Well, you would pull up to the fill station and then fill your tank and turn on your water pump, and it'll pump its own water, and all the plumbing will work just as if you have city water. So you have two options there. This is your water heater. It's works on both gas and electric. Right now it's got water in it and it's ready to be used. This is the drain plug right here. So the switches are inside, but keep in mind, never use your water heater, never start it without water in it, or you'll damage it, okay? Now this is another thing that this has to do with flushing the trailer. The hookups are on the other side for your city water, for example, and so are your dump valves, but this is the black tank flush here. So after you've dumped your black tank, you can leave the black tank valve open and then bring the hose at the dump station over here and basically just hook it on there, turn it on, and you'll flush out the tank, clean out the sensors, that sort of thing. So it's a good thing to have. And also below it here is just an outside shower / sprayer. Okay. Pass through with your crank and your dump hose back there. You've got a power tongue jack, plus you've got two 20-pound LP tanks with an automatic changeover regulator. You have a deep cycle marine battery. Okay. This is just a hookup if you want to use a solar battery charger to charge the battery, a portable panel. If this is a Furrion brand here, but you would just plug it right in there. Okay. So, black tank and gray tank here. Black and gray. Always dump your black first because it's the dirtiest of water. It's toilet water and waste. So dump that first. Then dump your gray to help wash out the hose. And like I showed you on the other side, there's a black tank flush. So you can leave your black tank valve open, turn on the water, and it'll spray out the tank and clean it even better. It also washes out your hose somewhat too, so it's a good thing to do. Okay. Now this is the city water hookup here. That's what you're going to use almost always. And there's your power cord. It's 30 foot and 30 amp. That's just signal or cable or satellite through. This housing up here tells us this is pre-wired for a backup camera. We do sell backup cameras, so if you are interested, you can talk to our people up there. But that will allow you to see behind you when you're backing up, and if you want to when you're driving down the road. Also, while we're looking up, you have to remember to inspect your roof seals and the roofing material and the vent covers every 90 days or so. So you just want to go up there or have somebody go up there on a regular basis and check out the sealant, make sure there's no cracking or separation, make sure there's no damage to the roofing material by low branches, for example, or the vent covers are damaged by low branches, things like that. Alright, so let's put the slide room out here. Okay, so here we have it right here. So we'll go out with it. I'm running off battery right now because we're not plugged in. So the slide does run on battery. Okay. So I see you have 2 theater seats here. And obviously you can drop the table at the dinette, pull the poles out, drop the top down onto those cleats, fill in the space with the back cushions, and you got another bed there. This one over here is Jackknife Sofa, so it folds flat into a bed. Alright. Your refrigerator is a deep cycle, or excuse me, your battery's deep cycle. Your refrigerator is a gas absorption refrigerator by Dometic, so it will work on either electric or LP gas. So obviously that's on. Now auto is what you want to have usually, because what auto means is electricity takes parameters. So it always automatically searches for electricity. If it can't find it, it'll automatically switch over to gas. Or if you have a power outage at the campground in the middle of the night or during the day when you're not there, it'll sense it and shift over to gas so you don't spoil your food. You can run it on just dedicated to gas that way, but if you don't have it plugged in, it'll then, if you leave it on auto, it will change to gas, okay? The only other thing to know about this one is this is the thermistor right here, which you've got down here, but you want this to be up as high as it goes. Basically, there's a sticker here that says lower is warmer, cooler is higher. So you want that thermistor up as high as you can get it to keep the temperature nice and cold. I mean, sometimes if it's cold outside, you might have to back it down if it starts to frost up, but almost always you're going to have it up as far as it goes, okay? I'm just looking here. See what we have, okay. Alright, your range. You just spark it to light it. I didn't see if they checked to see if the gas was on, but this is the sparkler. You turn it clockwise. Let me see here. So he's got it off. Yeah. So let's go out there and turn the gas on. Okay. Just turn both of them on. It's got an automatic regulator, I believe. Okay. Okay, so let's try that again. Open them both up to get the gas up here quick. Take a minute. There we go. So you have it. So you just turn the this clockwise to light it. Now the oven, which looks like it's never been used once, which we see quite a bit, all the way at the back is a pilot light. You need for this particular model, you need a grill lighter with a long neck on it, so you can reach the pilot light back there. And you're just going to go to the oven knob. And you're going to go to pilot, depress it and hold it. Then you'll spark it with your lighter, your long necked grill lighter. And when it lights, you hold it in for another 10 seconds, go to operating temperature, and it cycles like an oven does. But when you shut it off, the flame goes out, obviously, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight that each time you use it. This is a vent hood fan with a light. I told you about opening the baffle outside, make sure it flaps freely. The microwave works like any other microwave. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, this device down here is the power converter. It converts AC to DC power. So you have, coming in, you have 110 AC, regular household type current, and you've got circuit breakers just like you'd see at home. They're all labeled. Okay, so that's 110 AC. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC here. You have 12 volt fuses, and they're labeled.
These 40s here, so you know, are the master fuses. They protect the whole side, the whole 12-volt side. So if you ever have a big spike in power or a lightning strike out of power line or something, and the 12-volt side goes out, always look at these two redundant 40s here, because that's what they do, is protect it. So okay. Also, if these blow, these ones blow, they'll light up. These will not, but these will light up. You'll see them through the perforation, right? And also, when you're plugged in, it's a battery tender, so it'll keep your battery charged. Okay, so I'm looking for remotes here. Oh, here they are over here. Okay. So this is your Fireplace remote here, and of course that's your radio remote. So the Fireplace works on 110 AC. It's also a space heater, so we're not plugged in this right, so I'll just have to tell you about it. Like I said, there's the remote here. Basically, you can set the look of the flame. You can change it around. You can it's got a thermostat, so you can set the temperature. It has 2 fan speeds, off, low, and high. So you can, for the space heater, you can get it really cranking if you put it on high. It also has a timer, so you can set it. Let's say you wanted to, you get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, so you could have it turn on at 7:45, and then when you got out of bed on a cold morning, it'll already be warmed up in here, and you will not have used any of your LP gas because this runs on electricity. So it's a good thing to use for that situation. Okay, this is, let me set the remote down. This is your control panel here. I showed you how to put the slide out. This one here is your power awning. Never leave the power awning out unattended. Okay. Also, you got your lights here. And let's see what we have here. You have your water pump right there. I told you it has an onboard water pump. You use that to pump water out of the tank and to winterize the trailer. To light your water heater on LP gas is there. To light it on electric, it's here. Okay, always make sure there's water in the water heater tank before you try and light it, okay? Then you have your monitor here. You got your battery. You got your fresh water, which has got, it needs to be dumped still, but they're still working on it. So basically when they fill up, they fill in 1/3 or light up in 1/3 increments. When you get past 2/3, you got to start thinking about dumping the gray and the black tank, okay? This is your sound here. It's a AM/FM radio. It has Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly with your phone or tablet. You can stream off of this USB right here if you want to. Put all your albums on one stick and take them with you. This HDMI is an in, so once you got a TV hooked up to this, if you wanted to have like a Blu-ray player or a game machine, a portable game machine or Blu-ray player, you can go straight into the system here with this HDMI. That's one of the possibilities of using that. So, or two of the possibilities. So, okay. Also, it has 2 speaker zones, zone A and B. One A is inside the trailer, or A inside the trailer, B is outside the trailer. Although it might be 1 and 2. I'm looking for it right now. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time spotting it. That's strange. It's weird. Anyway, it does have 2 speaker zones. I'm a little stumped here. Now I'm curious. Let me look on the remote here. Sometimes some of the stuff is only on the remote. Well, I don't see it. But anyway, I'm highly confident it has 2 speaker zones. You should be able to shut the outside off. You shouldn't have to. Obviously, if you're watching TV or a disc or something, you don't want the soundtrack playing outside, so you have to be able to shut it off. At least that's my theory, okay? Alright, so let me look around here. This is your thermostat. Where's the lights here? This is your thermostat. It's just analog. Try to keep the fan over on auto all the time. That's the best way to put it, is auto. Heat to the right. Then to the left is fan. Fan is just the air conditioner running without the compressor. It just circulates air. And then of course cool is the air conditioner. Now, I mean, this is obvious, but you'd be surprised. Make sure, when you want to turn it on cool, you got to have your thermostat this way, heat, you got to have it over here. It's surprising because it is analog and it's not automatic like most of our now. How many people forget that? Okay, let's see here. Okay, the sink and the shower work like any other sink and shower. Always run the fan with the shower to pull the humidity out. And the thing to know about the toilet is you can't use it dry. This is the flush pedal there. So when you got water hooked up, or you pull into the campground, you hook up the water to the power, you'll come in here, open the lid obviously, you got your toilet chemical. Because your black tank is directly below, and your black tank is dry because it's been dumped, you'll step on the pedal and let about a gallon or so, 2 gallons, whatever you want to use, but at least a gallon of water go into the black tank and dump the chemical in there, and then you're all set to use it. You never use it dry because the smell is will be really, really bad, and it also can get clogged up. So always make sure you start off with some water in it and chemical. That's your emergency window. There's going to be a TV hookup in here somewhere. Oh, right here. So you got TV hookups here, and then this is a backing plate. It's telling you there's a backer here. I can feel it, right there, to put a swing out bracket. If you get a bracket to swing out so you can see it from your bed, try to spend a little extra money and get the one that locks into place, that locks in the closed position, because otherwise you're going to have to hang straps, and they're kind of unsightly and they're just a pain. But if you get the kind that locks into place, it's much better. Just a little bit more money. Okay, all right. So there should be a carbon monoxide and LP gas detector around here somewhere. Let me look around. See where the heck it's at. Oh, it's over here. Okay. So let me look up first. This might just be LP. See that smoke detector up here, right there. Okay. So maybe it's both. Let me look at it. Okay. Sorry about my camera work, as usual. Okay, so this one does, let's see here. Yeah, this does both carbon monoxide and LP gas. So if it goes off, this one will light up for propane. This one will be lighting up for carbon monoxide buildup. And also it's going to beep, obviously. But it should always be green like this when it's just sitting there. If not, you get it serviced. I'm going to set it off here so we can hear the self-test. There you go, one more coming up. There we go. And that's it. Also, this is probably, I'm trying to find out if it's a low battery alarm too. It doesn't say on here, but they usually are. Let's put it this way, if it starts beeping very slowly, I would look at your battery because it's telling you that you have a low battery. Okay, all right. That makes sense. So let me see now. I think we've covered everything now. Let me look around. Yes. Okay. All right, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. And please keep in mind what I told you about checking the seals on your trailer, inspecting the roof. That's very important. Everybody who owns a trailer needs to do that. Doesn't matter who made the trailer or how much it costs. You always have to inspect it. So odds are you won't have to do anything, but that's why you're inspecting it, just to make sure, okay? All right, thank you very much.